Sunday is the Billboard Music Awards. I forgot to say what it was that we were doing.
Wow. We're going to Vegas again.
Again?
Another awards show.
So we did an awards show before. So we did escorting. And what that is that they give you an artist or a presenter or a band. And then you make sure the band is there on time for rehearsal. And make sure they get on stage at the right time. What else?
Make sure you take care of anything they legally ask for.
Look, if it's a dry show, you can't give them alcohol.
Which is really interesting when you have adults asking you for alcohol and you say, sorry, I can't give that to you.
Because they had somebody that spent like $200 on alcohol, and then they said they were going to give it and pay them back, and then they didn't end up giving them the money back. What happened? They said that who was going to pay for it?
The band said that the production company was going to pay for it. The production company doesn't pay for stuff like that people buy on their own. So that person basically paid to escort the band for the weekend.
Nice.
So, not too cool, but
the last two shows that we did, so one was in Vegas, the ACM Awards, the other one was American Country Countdown Awards. We had Carrie Underwood's band for both shows. In Vegas, he had Carrie Underwood's temporary drummers,
right.
And then I had 8 people and Carrie Underwood's band
for the first time ever.
Person,
for the first time ever escorting for you.
Doing escorting.
A lot of people.
And he only had 6.
Yeah, only 6.
Only 6 people.
Temporary guys that had never been there before, had never worked with Carrie Underwood before. Only 6.
But they were really cool, though. All of them were really cool.
I liked my temporary guys because, I love Carrie Underwood's band, but they're used to playing with Carrie. The temporary guys, it was cool because they got up there, they played. It was during the ACMAs where Carrie took the drumsticks and was banging on the drum in the center, if you saw the performance. And the 2 drummers that were on each side of her came down afterwards and were talking to me, asked me how it looked, said that they thought it was so cool that Carrie's just right there playing on the drums with them.
It was pretty cool.
They were stoked. They were doing like the fan thing, sort of like us inside, as we're trying to be professional doing escorting. But you're sort of dying inside when it's one of your favorite artists.
Yeah.
So we've been able to do that the whole time. Again, we've been able to escort her band twice. They're a great group of folks, very easy to deal with, very down to earth, and very nice. They don't have any crazy requests or anything like that. They're actually really easy to deal with as far as taking care of them for the show. They're great to deal with. Very nice, actually ask you how you're doing, how your day is, where you're from, that type of stuff. I did get to meet Carrie though, so Tasha met Carrie like 3 years ago when we were out in Albuquerque. She got to meet her through the fan club, and then this year while we were out at the ACMAs to get ready to escort her band, we had no clue we were escorting her band yet. I got notification that I was getting to meet Carrie Underwood, so we bought concert tickets and all that type of stuff to fly out to Phoenix to go do that. So I got to meet her, then we ended up escorting her, got to talk to her a little bit, which was really cool. Let her know that we had escorted her guys and that they were a good group of guys, and got to have a conversation with her for a couple minutes as a fan, not as an escort. So that was really cool because then you can have a conversation. We actually do
a pretty good job between being a fan and being professional and doing escorting.
Yes. On the outside it's very professional.
That's awesome.
Good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
What do you need today?
My name is Tasha. Here to escort you.
But inside we're like jumping up and down. Especially, I don't know if Tasha will put it into this clip, but we've got a photo from the last escorting where Carrie Underwood
I won't put it into the clip.
Where Carrie Underwood jogged by us as we were walking back to our car at the ACCAs at the Forum in Inglewood. And it was just really cool. We're walking, we're done with our escorting duties for the night, so we're walking back to our car, go home, eat dinner, get ready for the next day. And all of a sudden you hear this noise coming from up behind you, and it's Carrie Underwood jogging along to her trailer.
And she just looks at us, smiles, and says hi.
Yeah, she's like hi, and then like chuckles again, and then keeps going. So it's cool to like do the escorting thing and see all the candid side of the artist. This is crazy. And then you get to hear, you go for rehearsal day and help out, and you hear the rehearsals of the artists. There's maybe 50 or 100 people within the arena. All the people just working the show. And so you sort of have your own little private rehearsal that you get to hear from the band as you're watching your guys up there and making sure they're at the right place at the right time.
It was the coolest thing. The first one we saw was Florida Georgia line.
Yep.
They were rehearsing, and we were one of probably 50 people in there. And it wasn't 50 fans; it was 50 workers.
Right.
So everybody's working the show. There's so much that goes into these shows. I mean, I didn't even grasp like how much work goes into the show. It takes a ton of people for it to go off like that. And whenever you're watching at home, sitting on your couch, all comfortable, you don't realize that there's people that are on their feet for like 12 hours.
Backstage, and all the stuff that we're doing there. There's the grips, moving all the different music equipment. Until you've been back there, and here's a guy going crazy with his truck. Until
nice.
You've been back there, and you can't really imagine the amount of musical equipment that they have back there for a show like the ACMAs when we did it at the MGM Grand Arena.
We walked backstage for the first time. I was just so amazed at everything because they had all the guitars lined up on one side of the wall. And then you had like all the drum sets set up on these pedestal things that had wheels. They were constantly having to wheel those up a ramp and onto the stage and then down. So you really had to mind where you were because you're going to get run over by somebody or you're going to get yelled at because you're in somebody's way. So you have to be really mindful of what you're doing, where you're standing.
Well, it's cool too because when you're back there, I mean, you're just standing around. Like you walk up, you have your folks walk up to the stage, you wait for them at the back end of the stage, depending upon the show, or you go have eyes on them watching them from the front. But like for the ACMAs, we're backstage and I'm waiting on Carrie Underwood's band folks to come back off, and I've got Gary from Rascal Flatts just standing right next to me talking to some music executive for 5 minutes, like 4 feet away from me.
Like one time we were standing backstage and Luke Bryan and Dierks Bentley were the hosts, so they were just back there in a little room playing around, while Luke Bryan was goofing off coming up the stage ramp.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see all that.
The only downside is, you can't take any photos, obviously.
You can't say hi.
You don't ask for autographs. You don't
do
ask for
any of that.
pictures. So you have to put that fan inside and understand that you're going to work, and that's really what you're doing with
It's
the company.
really hard, though.
Which is hard. And
When
so
you're a huge country fan like we are.
So you don't have the picture memories, if you will, but, from doing a couple shows now, I can tell you that
All right, this already been 8 minutes long.
you have the memories no matter what. I mean, it's in your head. There's nothing like it when you're a fan of that type of music.
But we just
you can't buy that experience. It's just a completely different world seeing the back end of it.
Well, we just wanted to give you like a little like explanation of what we're doing because not a lot of people would understand what escorting is actually about. So we're on our way to go to Vegas now and probably go to a rehearsal tonight with whatever they need help with. Maybe tomorrow too, and then Sunday is the Billboard Music Awards. I forgot to say what it was that we were doing.
Well, so billboards.
Did you say billboards?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
So it should be a lot of fun.
Yay!
Yay!